I got kicked out of my brother's wedding party. I, 30 female, got engaged in 2023. I'm the middle child with two brothers on either side, 28 and 33. A few months after getting engaged, I asked all of the people I wanted to be in my bridal party. It was all family because family is extremely important to me. SIL on fiance's side, both my brothers as co-men of honor, and both of my brother's girlfriends. I'm very close with all of them and spent a lot of time with all of them. Fast forward to about a year later, May 2024, and my brother proposed to his girlfriend. I was very happy for them and was asked to be a bridesmaid in my SEL's party a few months later. Shortly after their engagement, shit started to hit the fan. My brother started talking about getting married the same month as myself and my fiancé, October 2025, literally 2 weeks after or 2 weeks before. Immediately, my mom said that would be unfair and a lot on the family. They ended up deciding to get married August 2026 instead. My fiancé and I have also been discussing starting a family the year after we get married. We're older, and our lives have been on hold for about 2.5 years as I've been finishing my master's degree. I officially graduate August 2025, and I'm currently on a work placement that's unpaid since January 2025. I had to cut back on work hours, and my fiancé has been picking up the slack with our bills as we struggle to scrape together money to finish paying off our wedding. While discussing our plans around starting a family, my SEL got very upset, stating that I could not be pregnant at her wedding. My brother swooped in and started cracking jokes to try and diffuse her anger, which worked, but you could still tell she was upset. I've been telling my family for about a year now that the summer of 2025 would be a really busy time for me and financially a struggle, so not to expect from me. We scheduled my bachelorette party for September 2025 to ensure I was done school and had more free time. Well, my SEAL decided she wanted to do her bachelorette party in August 2025, a year on advance. I had to tell her I wouldn't be able to make the whole thing because I have to be at practicum on the weekends, and I can't book it off. If I don't get all of my hours in time, I have to extend my placement, and I really don't want to do that. As far as I was aware, she was understanding and assured me I could come the Friday, and she'd be happy with that. A few months later, the group chat with the bridesmaids start. I first tell the maid of honor I can't make the whole weekend, and I got a lot of pushback. Things like, can't you just book it off? Why can't you stay the night Friday and drive back early Saturday morning? Keep in mind it's a 2-hour drive, and I have to be there for 8:30 a.m. My practicum is as a therapist, so I have to be able to be present with my clients and support them emotionally, something that's hard to do when you're tired or hungover. I politely explained why I couldn't do these things, and that I had already spoken to the bride about this. The MOH continued to push back, and I called my brother, who immediately launched to solve the problem. The MOH finally laid off. A few weeks later, we start discussing budget for the bachelorette, and I explained that I couldn't afford to help pay for the whole weekend, which my brother and SEAL were aware of. I offered to pay for SEAL's drinks and food on the Friday while I was there. That's what credit cards are for. The bridesmaids got upset, and comments were made like, if you really loved her, you'd pay the money. Why can't you just pay $25 instead? I have to drop down work hours to go to school, and I don't have a partner to pick up the slack, but I'm still making it work. They were all very rude until one of the bridesmaids, who happens to be the sister of the bride, commented that she spoke to their mom, who offered to cover all of the bride's costs, so it didn't stress anyone out. All of a sudden, all of the bridesmaids were fine to pay for everything. I spoke privately to the MOH, explaining that I didn't appreciate her constantly pushing back at my boundaries. The MOH blew up and started sending me screenshots of our conversation, demanding to know at one point she didn't respect my boundaries, and all of her comments were in regards to ensuring I was having a good time. A few months later, I had a bridesmaid dress picked out, but not purchased yet because I couldn't afford it until after my own wedding. I had to explain this several times to my SEAL, who kept asking me about it. She also approved the dress BTW. Shortly after this, the bride stated she didn't like the dress I picked out and wanted me to wear spaghetti straps like the other brides. I've got a very large chest and can't wear things with tiny straps because I need more support. The other bridesmaids are all tiny with small chests. I tried to express my concerns, and the bride thought I was arguing the color of the dress, which I was not. I started sending other dress options, all of which she turned down. She started sending me dresses with very small, skinny straps and deep neckline cuts. I got frustrated and just said fine to the last dress she sent. After this, I met with my brother, and we talked it all over. I was able to communicate my frustrations and struggles over how everything was playing out. I left that conversation feeling really good. A few days later, SEAL sent me a letter indicating she wanted me to step down because I couldn't offer them my undivided time and attention that they needed right now. This was in April 2025, over a year away from their wedding. I was hurt because I felt like I was very honest about what this time frame would look like for me, and they had stated they were okay with it. Keep in mind, I also spent money I didn't have and time I didn't have to help throw them a surprise engagement party that none of the bridesmaids helped with, and some didn't even come to. When I met with my SEAL and brother, I was told by SEAL I owed the bridesmaids an apology. What for? I couldn't tell you, she never specified. She also told me that they have high expectations of their wedding party and the time and money that gets devoted to their wedding. Saying this while also not putting on the time and effort she should be to my own wedding. BTW, I was told it was better for me to step down because of the tension in the party because of me with the other bridesmaid, and that this would create too much stress for SEL day of the wedding. My brother made a comment that indicated he was not part of this decision and disagreed with it, but had to have his future wife's back. My fiancé, who was a groomsman, respectfully backed down to have my back, which you can imagine very much upset my SEL. Best part of all of this is SEL's mom now wants to wear a white dress to their wedding, sister is getting a divorce, and doesn't want SIL talking about her wedding right now, and her friend wants to celebrate her birthday at the bachelorette. My family is angry about what happened, and none of them are talking about their wedding with her anymore. This wedding sounds like it's going to be a dumpster fire, and although I'm hurt being kicked out, I'm glad I can sit back and watch it without having to deal with it directly. Update. So, I just had my wedding, and my SIL was pretty great. She was supportive, helpful, and kind to everyone. I started to wonder if maybe we had come to a better place until a few days ago when we were at a family event. My aunt asked her about her wedding party, and the summary of what she shared was that it was a mutual decision and implied I had never been asked to be in the wedding party because I was too busy. My aunt pushed a little more, and her story shifted to that I may be pregnant and could be nauseous or tired. She didn't want me to be uncomfortable, but was planning to ask me to be a blue person, which is someone who still participates in all the wedding-related events, but is not able to commit to being a bridesmaid. This means I would be asked to come get ready the morning of, go to the rehearsal dinner, etc. Now, where I'm confused is, I was told back in March, one of the reasons she was kicking me out was because of conflict between me and the bridesmaids, and she wanted a calm, relaxing morning, not people uncomfortable around each other. Now, I'm hearing she does want me there, which tells me that was never actually one of the reasons she kicked me out. I haven't been asked to be a blue person yet, but I have been asked to wear blue to the wedding. I personally want to directly ask her about all the changing stories and say no to being a blue person when she asks me. I also want to actively not wear blue. I think it's unfair she did this really shitty thing and is now acting like it never happened, but if I do anything to stand up for myself, I know I'll be painted as the villain in this situation.